Hi everybody, it's Monday. Guess what that means? 5-minute art. I hope you're ready. It's going to be a good one today. I really like the one we made today, so it's beautiful. I'm so glad you're back. I hope you enjoyed last week. It was the first one, so there's lots of learning to do. But I'm really excited about today's art because it's really cool. It has been one of those days filming, and it's like everything that could go wrong went wrong. And just note to self and to you, when the camera is flashing a big question mark across the screen, you should ask yourself, what should I be doing? But I didn't, and so part of what I was doing today just didn't get filmed. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so here is today's art. It's awesome. I love it. It looks old and patinaed, and I have a new favorite color. So if you are ready, I think I just got paint on my shirt. Dang it. If you are ready, I am too. Let's get going. And here we are. Let's go. All right. We've got a regular old canvas. I'm not working on my usual MDF board today. Okay. So regular canvas, 12 by 12. And what I've got here right now is I have taken just a regular old piece of scrapbook paper. Just a regular piece of scrapbook paper, 12 by 12. And I tore it into a couple pieces, and I've put it down with my trusty matte medium. You know me and my matte medium, love it. So that is already down, and it is dry. And so I love this paper because it already looks like it's got some cool paint stuff on it. So we're already in a good place for some cool stuff to happen. So now we're going to take this and we're going to add some more lovely goodness to it. So I'm going to start with my credit card. Well, actually, I obviously didn't buy a bra from Victoria's Secret, so I've got the whatever that was that I got in the mail. So I'm going to start with some aqua color, turquoise color. Again, this is something I bought, but you can use anything from Oops Paint from Home Depot to Goldens, which I have some Goldens. I have a lot of those, but for this is the color I'm feeling right now. Feeling groovy with that. So I've put some down on my palette. In fact, I'm going to put some more down. My palette's a mess, but... So I'm loading it up on the edge here. Then I will gently laying it. And there's a difference when you're doing this between straight up and down and like this. It'll give you a different effect. So I want to see what the thickness of the paint is on there first, so I'm laying it more flat to kind of bring it down. But see, I feel like it's too much, so I'm bringing it straight up. And it's going to scoop that off a little bit. And then just reload my card again and do it again. And now I'm going to move on to the next color, which is a yellow ochre. Okay, next color. And the colors that I'm working with have a lot to do with what's in the background paper. You can always pull out and kind of focus on certain colors. Like this turquoise color isn't necessarily in the background, but some of these dots have a turquoise hint to them. So that's why I'm using it. So next color, it's more of an olive. Next color, this is sage green, but it's really, I like the color of this. It's very, very soft. Okay. Back. And I've just finished putting this last color on. I had a little technical difficulties, so bear with me. I just finished putting the last color on, which is this sage green, with my card. And I have let this dry, and it is completely dry now. So, and for this last step, it really needs to be all the way dry. So now I'm using a light, this is called buttermilk. It's really super creamy, yummy color. And what I'm going to do is, I've got my water bottle and my color and a rag. And I'm just going to put a little out here directly onto the canvas. And I'm going to spray it down with some water. And take my rag. I don't like that rag. I'm going to do a different one. Sorry. And a smaller one. And I'm going to just all over. Okay, dry. Dry, dry, dry. And now with the same color, I'm going to do the same thing with the cards, with the card that I've done earlier. Load up my color here. And lightly pull that down. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for a second, and I'm going to show you. Okay, this right here, I actually found it's metal, and it had a little chain here that you could hang. I got it at the dollar store, and you're supposed to hang it outside. I'm not exactly sure where, but you're supposed to hang it outside, like a yard ornament. But I really liked it. I liked the detail of this butterfly. And so I grabbed it for $1. And what I've done is, this is a scrap piece of paper. It's a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I found in my stash. And what I've done is I laid the butterfly down, and with a fine point Sharpie, I traced it. And I traced all the inside. And then I went back in with the sage, with that really light sage color. And I went back in and I painted it with a super small brush like this. You can see that. And painted in the lines. So it is dry now, and what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to take some of my colors that I've used, especially this turquoise here, and I'll probably mix it a little bit with some of the buttermilk. And then I'm going to go back in around the edges and do a little bit of shading. Okay, so I have gone around the edge of this butterfly now, and I've kind of done a little bit of shading there. The next step is to cut this baby out. Okay, got the butterfly cut out. We are ready to go. So here's our dry canvas, and here's the butterfly. I love how that burlap is showing through. I just look. Okay, there's that. Now I have got two, let's see, is that right? That is not what I had. Book pages right here. And I'm gonna tear this little end off. And I'm gonna put these down along with my butterfly with some matte medium. Some umber charcoal. This is not the one I was looking for, but this will do. So I'm going to go back in right now and just highlight around the edges here very lightly. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is take this outside and spray it with our fixative, and then I will be right back. Okay, I've sprayed this with a fixative and it is dry, and I am loving the way this looks. That sage green, it looks almost patina. I'm just loving it. So now we're going to do some additional aging and texturing, and we're going to start by, I've got this stencil. I got it, I think I got it at like Fry's grocery store for like $1. It's got holes and flowers and squares and just random things. So I'm going to use a few of those on here to give some yumminess. And I'm going to use a couple different colors. I'm going to start with the yellow ochre, and I have some already in my palette. Got my makeup brush. I'm going to dip that in there. Because I'm liking how this is looking, because I want it to be more random. I don't want it to be such a defined pattern. I'm going to take the end of one of my pencils, and I'm going to load up this well here on my palette and dip my brush in the end of it. Yeah. I'm going to go back in with that really beautiful sage green. I just love that color. It's going to be one of my new favorites, I think. And I'm going to use the stencil again. In fact, I'm going to wipe this off. And lightly do some of that sage. Now, one of the things is we've got very similar colors happening, and I want to try and pick up some of this burgundy rust color that was in the background paper, just to give it a little bit of pop. I'm going to go back in with my drywall tape. This is my drywall tape. And I'm going to lightly brush on some umber. I like how that looks. You can see the texture, the dots. I like it. It needs something else. Okay, this is dry, and now I'm going to use my soft charcoal pencil, and I'm going to go back in just a tiny bit and add just a little bit more shading into my butterfly really, really softly. Okay, so this is pretty much done, and we're just going to do some of the tiny bit of finishing touches that we need to do, put our word on there. But I thought I would share, again, I'm back to this book. I have so many different books. All of them are awesome, especially by these guys, liveinspired.com. I think the publisher is Compendium. But anyway, it says, believe there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I come across women and men every day who are, in difficult situations, and that's my place right now, is to encourage. And so I want to read you the text here. It says, "Hope begins in the dark, the stubborn hope that if you just show up and try to do the right thing, the dawn will come. You wait and watch and work, and you don't give up." And I want to tell you, don't give up. Wherever you're at, whatever you're dealing with, whatever your situation, keep going. You're doing it. You're doing a great job. So this piece is going to be titled Soar. You were meant to soar. And so that's my message for you today. So I'm going to just hand write this out. And then I'm going to add the "You were meant to soar" with these little okay, so that is done, and I'm going to take just a tiny bit of my charcoal pencil and go around this newly stamped. I think, my goodness, we are done. Oh, we're not done. What are we doing? We didn't do the sides. Got to do the sides. It has been one of those days, I'm telling you. Okay. 'Tis done. 'Tis done. It's pretty. I love it. I hope you enjoyed your 5-minute art. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.